How do you envision your role in this position contributing to the overall mission of our organization? I envision my role in this position contributing to the overall mission to the organization because as an emergency dispatcher, it's my job to get the information out to emergency services so they can respond to the scene. And I'm also able to provide them information about who lives in the house and perhaps what kind of weapons they have on hand. How do you go about establishing your credibility with the team? I would go about establishing credibility with my team by being an effective communicator. I would also show them that I am trustworthy and able to get my work done, as well as be there to help them with their work. Can you describe a situation in which your work was criticized? While I was in the Army, I had to do sensitive items inventories monthly, and there was one time that a couple items were missing that I remembered were moved down to our connexes. I took my soldiers down to the connexes, and we couldn't find them where they were initially placed, so we ended up laying out everything from this connex, which took quite a while, and my supervisor thought that we were going to be back much earlier. We ended up finding the items that were needed, and they were accounted for. My supervisor was just a little upset that it took a little longer than he had anticipated to get done. What irritates you about other people and how do you handle it? The thing that irritates me the most is when we're at work and people decide that just because they're finished their task, they can go and do whatever they want to, like spend time on Facebook or taking personal calls for hours while they're at work. I think that work is a time for work and work only, unless you're on a break. What can you offer us that other candidates cannot? With my military background, I am extremely disciplined. I am dependable. I can be counted on to get anything done. I can work under the highest of stressful situations that you could possibly think of. I've dealt with many traumatic incidents that others would break down going through. If you could choose any superhero power, what would it be and why? If I could choose any superhero power, it would be to be able to read people's minds. I would like to know what people are thinking and know if they're lying and what their intentions are. Because I think that there are so many dishonest people out in the world, and especially with having children, just knowing if I have to drop them off at a babysitter, if they're going to be safe and being able to read somebody's mind, that would give me much more comfort.